Hey, this is Gerald with Mule's Moments again here on YouTube. Going to do a little shorter video this time. Uh, Try to liven it up a little bit, to make it look like I'm not in my coffin, just set up and wanted to say a few words. Today we're going to talk about how to select the proper firearm. If you're a concealed carry person, I get calls about this almost on a daily basis. And you cannot take a recommendation or an idea from someone else, husband, uncle, friend, even an instructor like myself, on which gun is going to be the best for you. It's like a pair of shoes. It's got to fit. So the gun has to also fit in order for you to be able to shoot it well. And that's always going to be the number one thing about firearms is accuracy. If you Other people can tell you this, tell you that, accuracy has to be number one. So we're going to get started here. The main problem people have with a handgun is the recoil. No one likes recoil. There is no way you can stop the recoil. I don't care if you're a 280-pound, 6'5" guy who's in great shape. The gun is going to recoil. You cannot stop it. But it does not hurt you if you had some instruction and we're told how to operate that gun, how to handle that gun. Grip is extremely important. We get to that in my concealed carry classes when I do them. I've done 211 concealed carry classes. I've been teaching firearms for almost 45 years. So it comes up in every class how to handle the firearm with the grip and all the fundamentals. Okay, first off, this is what determines if what your gun is going to be like. This is what determines recoil. Okay, when you're selecting a firearm, it's the size of the gun, the weight of the gun, and the caliber of the gun determines what the recoil is going to be. All right. So if you got a real small gun that is a 9mm, it's going to recoil more than a bigger gun that is the same caliber. All right. So let's think about that. Size of the gun, weight of the firearm, and caliber of the firearm, that's what determines the recoil. All right. A lot of people will go to a gun store or whatever and say, I'm going to take a concealed carry class. I need to purchase a firearm. And possibly the clerk pulls out small guns. And they're thinking right away, oh, this is great. It's a small gun. I'll be able to conceal it really, really well. In the last 45 years, I have found out that the size of the gun is definitely going to be easier to conceal, but a smaller gun is usually hard to shoot accurately because you can't get a really good grip. Maybe your hands are too big. It's got a shorter barrel length. So again, the first thing that you need to consider is how accurately you can shoot the gun. By far, number one. All right. So let me give you some ideas on what the perfect concealed carry firearm is. Is it going to be a Smith & Wesson? Is it going to be a Sig Sauer? Is it going to be a Glock? It could be any of these. All right. But it might not be any of those. It might be something completely different. The perfect concealed carry firearm for everyone is the gun you can shoot well. I've ordered numerous pair of shoes on Amazon. They don't fit. I send them back. You're not going to use it. Same thing with the gun. The gun needs to fit in order for it to be comfortable with you and for you to shoot it well. If you don't like it, you're not going to shoot it. If it's too much recoil, you're not going to like it. What I usually do in my classes, I've done quite a few women's only classes, a class full of women. Right away, some of the guys are thinking, oh, I bet that's a dandy class. A whole room full of women. They've been the best classes I've ever had. A couple of reasons. They have no ego. Women come there to learn, and that's the number one thing for women. A lot of guys will come to the classes who've been shooting possibly as long as I have, and they've got this old white bearded guy up there in front of the class trying to teach them how to shoot a gun, and they've been shooting forever. Well, I have to break through that layer and get to them, and they find out maybe that old guy with the white beard does know what he's talking about. Maybe I better pay attention to this. And usually, what I will do at the beginning of a class, I give them a guarantee. And that guarantee is that you will shoot the best you've ever shot from taking this class. 95% of the people, I will ask them and say, yeah, I've never shot that well before. Never have. And it's because they learned the fundamentals. All right. They learned how to grip the gun, other things you need to do with your hands and your arms and what have you, to get them to shoot extremely accurate shots. All right. Now, let's briefly touch on caliber. All right. I usually start the women out and new shooters. I've had people there who've never touched a handgun in their life and end up shooting a group like this with 30 rounds of ammunition, 5, 7, and 10 yards, 10 rounds at each location. And they'll shoot like that. And they've never touched a gun before. They don't have any bad habits. They have not developed any bad habits. What I hate to hear is someone's going to come out and take a class from me. And they say, I'm going to go out and practice before I come to your class. I try to talk them out of that due to the fact that all they are doing is reinforcing these bad habits that they've had for years. And it's going to be that much harder for them to break that habit. Okay, so new shooters, I have found, always shoot better than the people that have shot for years and are in the same class. There's been pictures on my Facebook page, Mule Shooting Source, of students in the class that have never shot a gun before and outshoot everyone in the class. Okay, so remember, the best gun for you is the gun that fits, the gun that feels good in your hand, the gun that is not too heavy, and you can learn to manage recoil. In my classes, we go through the fundamentals, and everyone there at the end manages recoil better than they ever have. There's a few little tricks that you will learn in the class. Okay. Again, the best handgun for you is the one that fits, the one that feels good in your hands, and the one that you can shoot accurately. All right. This is Gerald with Mule's Moments. This is reality as I see it. We'll be back with more videos. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll get more of these videos out to you in the future. Again, have a great day. Mule's Moments. Reality as I see it.